Hi there, I'm Lavellan and welcome back to Dragon Age Inquisition, episode 79. Alright, so we're back from Adamant. I do need to speak to everybody, don't I? Well, Liliana is right here, so I suppose we'll try and speak with you. Hey.
Inquisitor. I have been thinking. You remember everything now, yes? The explosion at Haven, the Fade, escaping the breach. In your report, you said Justinia was with you. But only you emerged in the end. Why? Why were you the only survivor?
I had to save myself. I tried to save her, or she saved me. Ugh. I did try to save her, but she could have left. We were still climbing up the stairs and she was at the top and she waited for us. She saved me and then ended up being taken. Yeah, I suppose. She did save me.
She knew it was either her or me. And she wanted me to live. Of course. Of course she did. That's just like her. Her message to me. I failed you too. I'm not sure I understand what that means. Did she say anything else? Anything at all? Please, if you remember.
I'm sorry, but no, you don't understand. Oh, she's dead. Why dwell? Wow. Wow. No. Not really. Nothing to you.
I'm sorry, Liliana. That was it. There are no answers in the Fate. Only illusions. A warped mirror. Justinia has never failed me. I was her left hand. Now she's dead. I failed her.
Oh. Yeah, maybe. No, you didn't fail her. Come on. Get a grip, Liliana. Anything from you?
I set aside an entire shelf for Grey Warden lore, and so far it's not even half full. Those wardens and their secrets.
Who even are you? I like that he's got dialogue, but still, who are you? Let's turn in our research. Dragon Glands 2. Very nice. Hopefully we'll be able to take on the last dragon. The fire breather, which absolutely decimated us. Hey, there we go. Demon Scales, Shadow Essence. Shadow Blades. Varghest Claws, Phoenix Eyes. Hyena Teeth. Lovely. Ooh, and Quillback Fangs. Sweet. Okay. And I don't think we have anything else for Helisima, but we can ask. Or not. Nope, she's not saying anything.
A request has been made of you, Inquisitor. Here it is.
Okay. It just took her a long time to decide to do anything. Well, thank you for that. Okay. Probably don't need to speak to Fiona, but we'll see if she has anything to say.
I'm told you exiled the Grey Warden's Inquisitor. I can't say it's surprising. Even when I was with the Order, they seemed to be heading to no good end. Perhaps this will wake them up, or doom them forever. Only time will tell.
Right. Yes, you were a Grey Warden, weren't you? And yeah, we've asked all of that. So let's
I'll leave
go.
you to it.
Dorian, I really hope you can speak to me. Yes, he can. Okay.
You have remarkably little here on early Tevinter history. All these gifts to the Inquisition, and the best they can do is the Malefica Imperio. Trite propaganda. But if you want 20 volumes on whether Divine Galatea took a shit on Sunday, this is evidently the place to find it.
Such a critic. What you're looking for, not to your standards, or stop whining. Yeah, what are you even looking for?
If I knew what you were looking for, I could help you.
Because you're a mage? Considering education standards in the South, that's hardly a recommendation. I apologize. That was unworthy.
Yeah, it
Did I
was.
see something by Genitivi here? I could have sworn.
What is this about, Dorian?
When everyone returned, they told us about your tumble into the Abyssal Rift. You went into the Fade. Physically went in. Are you... all right?
It was horrible. We lost Stroud. I don't want to talk about it. I learned so much. Ooh. That is really tempting. That is really tempting. That was like a taste of what you expect Seylis to have been going through, or at least trying to get to. But at the same time, you did lose Stroud. No, I think we learned so much is the one to go for. You definitely want to learn. So yeah.
I learned a surprising amount. What happened at the Temple of Sacred Ashes, for one.
Regained your memories. That's good then.
I think so.
You do realize this feat hasn't been performed in over 1,000 years. Corypheus and his contemporaries entered the Fade and began the Blights. In comparison,
We went there, grabbed my memories, and only had to sacrifice one person. That's poor consolation. I should be proud, or I was lucky. Yeah, we can't do the romance, and that would be a bit weird. I should be proud, I guess.
So, I should be happy I accomplished something so grand.
concerned, more like. If you can walk in the Fade, others will try to follow. Who knows what secrets Corypheus has revealed? Not all of them will be as lucky as you. What they could unleash. My advice? Keep this quiet. Let them speculate. Too many will see this as a challenge.
Ah, if only that was kind of what Veilguard was about. You know, people trying to get it in through the veil. Maybe then they could have unleashed something. But no. I agree. You don't are not my problem. Yeah, we should keep this quiet. Don't need more elven sacrifices in Tevinter.
That's a good idea.
There are enough idiots in the world who think if they just use enough blood magic, their problems will vanish. It's exactly the sort of thing I want to stop back home. This I don't need. What I do need is a copy of the Liberalum. I'll wager I can find Corypheus's real name.
Hey.
If I can prove he was a grasping ankle-biter with no family to speak of, the luster would come right off. Wish me luck.
Good luck. The name of our enemy operation available. Sweet. Yeah, you get it, Dorian. You get it. Alright then. I guess we'll see if Vivienne is around.
If you require any assistance.
Yeah, okay. All of the furniture is gone? Oh, Vivienne, does this mean that you're leaving us? Oh, okay, no, it just took a while to load in. Okay, never mind. Oh, you got my hopes up there. Never mind. Oh well. Let's speak.
I expected ruins.
They were. As you see, the Inquisition has not been idle.
Would it be possible to meet the Herald before we return to Ghislaine?
My dear Laurent, for you, anything.
Okay. Of course.
Allow
you go
me
over.
to present Inquisitor Lavellan.
Your worship, you do us great honor.
Inquisitor, this is my dear Bastien's sister, Grand Cleric Marceline, and his son, Duke Laurent of the Council of Heralds.
Madame de Fer has told us what great trials you faced, trying to save my poor brother's life.
The Maker called my father to his side. It was valiant of you to champion him in his final hours.
I wish I'd done more. It was just a wyvern. Tell me what you've heard. Now, be gracious. Yeah, this is... I really... Part of me really doesn't want to, play it up. Part of me doesn't want to. You're being praised for doing something that was so easy. But they are recently bereaved. We do feel a little bit bad for Vivienne, so... not a lot, but enough, so sure. I'm sorry for your loss.
If only I'd been able to save Bastien.
The Circle of Magi told Bastien many years ago that his illness was incurable. It was simply his time.
Would you mind waiting for me in the chapel, my dears? The Inquisitor and I have business to discuss.
It has been our very great pleasure, Herald.
Right.
So you've met the family now, and made a good impression in spite of yourself. Well done.
In spite of myself. Nice. You spoke highly of me. What was that all about? What are you after? And you're scheming. What was that all about? Yeah.
I don't understand. What just happened here?
A victory. My victory. Properly worded, the righteous cause of the Inquisition can be used to great effect with my Bastien's deeply pious relations. With Bastien's loss, I have connections to the Council of Heralds and the highest levels of the Chantry. All thanks to you.
Right. Things worked out then. You always get what you want. Oh, you used me. I mean, why do you think she was here in the first place? Well, looks like things worked out for you.
Well, at least everything's worked out for you in the end.
So it has. And well arranged, if I do say so myself. Well, I can't keep Marceline and Laurent waiting. Thank you so much for your cooperation, Inquisitor. I could never have done this without your help.
Oh, yeah. Okay. Whatever, Viv. Whatever. So, we have been brought all the way down, so yeah. Let's start with Varric.
I knew Stroud, not well. He led the Wardens near Kirkwall. Not many people knew who he was, but the man was a hero when it mattered. He wasn't the first good man to fall to Corypheus. He won't be the last. This story's no good for heroes.
Yeah, well, it was him or Hawk, so at least Hawk survived.
You must be glad that Hawk made it back in one piece.
Yeah, closest thing I've ever seen to a miracle there. Hawk asked me to tell everyone back in Kirkwall where she's going. Fenris needs to know. Maker, I'm glad I won't be doing this in person. I'd better write some letters. Excuse me.
Yeah. But at least Hawk didn't die. At least Hawk didn't die. But it's nice that Varric is at least mourning Stroud. Yeah, just a little bit. But at least he gets that. At least he gets it. Okay. Now we need Seylis.
I cannot believe the Grey Wardens could even conceive of such a plan. To seek out these old gods deliberately in some bizarre attempt to preempt the Blight.
Yeah, no, it's not like you needed them to die. It's okay, we stopped them. It was a good idea. Don't forget the demons. Oh, they obsess over Darkspawn. Well, it is, their calling. Hey. The only reason that they're still here and alive and fighting. But yeah, we stopped them.
I know. I'm glad we could end this madness before it started.
Thank you. I've been on my own for so long. It's difficult to get used to having the support of others. Those fools and duty. Responsibility is not expertise. Action is not inherently superior to inaction. Forgive me. The entire idea is unnerving.
Unnerving? Yeah, okay. It's just so unnerving that they could have thought to do such a cruel, silly, callous thing. Yeah. Which you absolutely did not need them to do at all, for whatever reason. At least until Veilguard rolls around. Honestly. Honestly. What were they thinking?
Did you need something?
What were they thinking? Okay, Cullen. Are you with anyone? Anything I should know? Want to know more? No, I don't really. Anything I should know?
Is there anything I should know?
I'd gotten used to mages disliking me on principle. Vivienne's views on Templars are surprisingly traditional.
Right, okay, well, tell me about your colleagues.
What do you think of the people you work with?
Who do you mean?
I think I've already asked these, but tell me about our soldiers.
Are you satisfied with the Inquisition's forces?
Our soldiers handled themselves well during the siege on Adamant. They reacted quickly to changes on the battlefield. More importantly, they relied on each other. Trust in your fellow soldiers is not something that can be trained.
Right, okay. I have no more questions.
I should let you get back to work.
So that's all he had to say about Adamant. That's it. Wow. Wow. Okay, well. I suppose I might as well get down to Blackwall. If you're around. Which he might be. Maybe he just needs to load in. Possibly. His indicator is here, so... Read. Okay. The stable boy's letters. A personal letter written in a sure hand. Regards to the Cropper family. My name is Ayla Goodwin. I write on behalf of your son Desmond. He's very busy tending the Inquisition's horses, so he bid me write this to you. I was happy to do so, as I know it takes him time to word his letters. I made his acquaintance whilst also in service to the Inquisitor. He's a fine man, and I welcome my time working with him in my duties as research assistant, as I catalogue variances in the mounts. For now, know that he is well, that he is happy, and that he misses his family dearly. He has, of course, spoken highly of you, and I feel as though I can picture you all. It is good to know that the blight spared more than it took. If all goes well, and it shall, your son and I will be part of the force that prevents such tragedy from happening again. Ayla Goodwin, on behalf of Desmond Cropper. Well, that's lovely. And I think we've taken all of the books that we need. But yeah, I'm still not seeing Blackwall. Still not seeing you. Where are you? Ah, there you are. Outside for once. Okay.
Someone I knew once described Adamant to me. Adamant is, and always will be, the Order, he said. A guardian on the edge of the abyss. The lone soul that stares into oblivion and doesn't waver. That's what Warden Commander Clarel tried to be. Well, they all tried to be. I'm told her wardens never wavered. They went to their deaths willingly. They died for us. And Corypheus twisted their sacrifice to make it his own.
Yeah. We stopped it. Clarel's pride is to blame, or that's why we fight him. That is why we fight him.
And that's why he has to die.
You'll get no argument from me. There's no one to blame but Corypheus. Even Clarel's intentions were righteous. Her desire to protect was so great it led her astray. It's not right. To want to do good, to be good, and have that turned against you.
Yeah, okay. Then remember the intention, or we can still try, right? Nothing is perfect. We can still try.
At the end of the day, I guess all we can do is try, and hope for the best.
You're right. What matters is that we never give up. Clarel made mistakes, but she was a great woman. And she died a great woman. It's not the armor or the trappings of the Order. It's not the... joining. At the heart of it, all a warden is a promise. To protect others, even at the cost of your own life.
That's all a soldier is, technically. Yeah. Oh. I do like Blackwall. I like Blackwall. He has that... everything that you want from a warden. He has it. And everything he says is just so... yes, that's what I want to hear from a warden, you know? Such a hero, such a good guy. And then you find out what's really going on, and it calls it into question, and it shouldn't call it into question, because he's still the same person. Okay, we've got quite a few steeds to get. Let's get as many as we can. Oh yes, all of them. Fantastic. Fantastic. I still need to ride you around, really, don't I? I do. But honestly, it just doesn't give you enough speed. The mounts just aren't fast enough to warrant it. It's a shame. Okay, Blackwall, you've got something else to say.
Want a drink? I've a hankering for company.
Absolutely, take me to the pub. The empty pub, damn.
When I was a boy, there were these urchins who roamed the streets near my father's house. One day they found a dog, a wretched little thing. It came to them for food. They caught it, tied a rope around its neck, and strung it up. Do you know what I did?
You saved it? That's horrible. Of course not. Yeah, you saved it.
You stopped them? Cut the dog down?
I did nothing. Not a damn thing. It was crying. I saw the kicking legs, the neck straining and twisting, and I turned around, went inside, and closed the door. I could have told my father, or alerted someone. I didn't. I just pretended it wasn't happening.
You were a child, so did everyone else. You were weak. You were a child.
You said you were just a boy.
I was old enough to know the dog was suffering and that it was wrong. I may as well have tied the noose myself. We could make the world better. It's just easier to shut our eyes.
Yeah, don't let that stop you. Your eyes aren't shut, or all this over a dog. Oh, no. Come on. That's horrible. What they did was horrible. Your eyes aren't shut, or don't let that stop you. Yeah, your eyes aren't shut.
When we first met, you were saving peasants from demons and outlaws. You're not a man who shuts his eyes. A little insane, maybe.
Of course you'd make light of it. You make saving the world look easy. The rest of us can only dream of matching what you've done. Don't you see? It's not just about what happened back then. There's always some dog out there. Some fucking mongrel that doesn't know how to stay away.
I don't think that's the lesson that you should have taken from there. The mongrel doesn't need to stay away. It's everyone else that needs to be better till the mongrel. Okay. Well, we are being thrown around everywhere around this map, aren't we? Cabot, I don't suppose you have anything to say.
Inquisitor?
How's morale?
What's the current mood?
Unlikely.
The current mood is unlikely? Okay. Know any rumors?
What's the word out there?
Someone requested a dragon flagon. I threw him out.
Okay.
As you were.
Inquisitor?
Don't know why I bother with you. You don't make any sense. You don't make any sense. Okay. Oh.
Oh, Grey Warden, why
Huh.
You have taken is all but broken.
Very nice. Okay, Krem.
Commander Cullen did good work at Adamant. Breached those walls like he'd done it a dozen times. Nice job with the demons, by the way.
Well, you know, thank you. Let's discuss Iron Bull.
I'd like to know more about the Iron Bull.
The Chief. Last time I met him, he saved my life. I never thought I'd work for a Canary, but he grows on you. He's not like any commander I've ever worked for. That's for damn sure.
What kind of commander is he?
How's Iron Bull as a commander?
If you know what you're doing and hold up your end, he's easy. He doesn't accept any less. If he keeps us alive, he leads from the front, and if you've an idea that'll win the fight, he listens. I've seen bands whose captains had to prove they were swinging the biggest sword. Bull isn't like that. The charges might give him more lip than you'd expect, but every one of us would lay down our lives for the big ass.
Right, and how did you even end up with him?
How did a Tevinter soldier wind up in a Kunari spy's mercenary company?
I wasn't a soldier at the time. I was in some trouble, trying to flee Tevinter. A Tribune and his men caught me in a border town tavern. They meant to make an example of me. Bull killed them. Gave up his eye doing it. Patched me up and asked if I was looking for work. I've been putting up with his jokes ever since.
He gave up his eye.
That's how he lost the eye?
Yes. The guards had me on the tavern floor when Bull came inside and yelled for them to stop. One of them saw trouble coming and figured he'd finish me off. The guard had a flare. Bull put himself between me and the blow. Big horned idiot. Didn't even know me.
Well, so is him being Canary odd?
Is it strange to work for a Kunari?
He hasn't tried to convert us to the Qun, if that's what you're asking. Bull's charges don't care who you light a candle for, so long as your shield stays up. If he hadn't told me he was Ben Hasroth, I'd have thought he left that life behind.
Well, I am very surprised he told you.
I didn't expect he'd tell you all that he was a spy.
Not the whole band, but those who've been around long enough to trust. He figures most of us would find out sooner or later, and it should come from him. Eyes to eye, he says. It's never messed up a job. He just writes letters back home. Lots of the boys write letters back home.
Right. Suppose it just doesn't matter to him.
We'll talk later.
Okay, like, later right now.
Inquisitor?
How can we use you?
Can you think of any other tasks suitable for the charges?
You sealed the main rift at Adamant, but the fortress is still a mess. Demons, Darkspawn, making knows what. I could take Rocky out there with some of the boys. They know how to bring down walls. We can't close rifts, but we can bury the bastards under a ton of rubble.
Nice. Absolutely. Goodbye.
We'll talk later.
Destroy Adamant Fortress operation available. Sweet. Okay, Iron Bull. Hey.
Again. Again. Come on! This is why the Qun doesn't like women fighting. I should have asked Cullen. Good one.
Perhaps you can take over.
Yeah, I don't think I'll be doing as much as you did.
Kunari training exercise to master your fear. I heard about the nightmare at Adamant. Sounded big.
Sounded big. Let's talk this through. What is this exercise? And hit him. What is this exercise?
Can you explain why I'm supposed to hit you with this stick?
Probably, if I try. It'd involve a lot of Kunari words, though. Just hit me with the stick, all right? I need to get over this demon crap.
All right.
All right.
There we go. Oh, yeah. Damn demon. Who's stuck in the fade, huh?
You sure about this? This helps you? Oh, that's right. Let it out. Yeah, are you sure about this?
Bull, if you're scared of demons...
Less talking, more hitting. Piece of feed, piece of crap!
Okay.
And who killed you? That's right, Iron fucking Bull! I needed that.
Thanks, boss.
Okay, you're really alright? Feeling better or not a problem? Yeah, are you really alright?
Are you sure you don't want to talk about it?
We just did.
Yeah. Well, I'm certainly not going to be attacking anyone else, but Cassandra, I do need to speak to you. I wonder where you're going to leave me.
Writing does not come naturally to me, as I'm certain you can imagine.
Love poetry, I assume. Is everything okay? You're competing with Varric? Oh, then why do it? Yeah, are you competing with Varric now?
Trying to outdo Varric's next literary masterpiece?
I haven't his talent for blather. As if written by a dim-witted child. Historians will one day ask what happened at Adamant Fortress, in the Fade. I was there. I saw it with my own eyes. It must be recorded.
That is an excellent idea. Honestly, I think they all should have been doing that from the beginning of this. Declaring the Inquisition and everything. They all should have been keeping diaries or something. Really. They definitely should have been. Especially you. Especially you. There's so much of Dalish history that's been lost. I consider her to have her own diary. She's been making notes of all of the ridiculousness that these Andrastians are throwing at her. Yeah, she's not Andrastian. I feel like she would be making notes of that. I am not the Herald of Andraste, but they keep calling me it. You know, something like that. Something like that. I don't care about historians. Yes, you do. That could be used against us. Not your problem. That's a good idea. I'll just be careful. No, yeah, that's a good idea.
That's an excellent idea, Cassandra.
I certainly thought so, until I started writing. I still don't know what to say about the spirit of the divine. I saw her there, heard her voice, yet I cannot claim with certainty it was really her. The Chantry teaches us that the souls of the dead pass through the Fade, so it could have been her. Yet even so...
It was a spirit, nothing more. You think it's possible? I don't know either, or I believe it was her. You think it's possible?
Do you really think it might have been her? A ghost?
A ghost. A remnant of her hopes and memories. Her lingering will to do good. Those things are all possible. Nobody knows for certain what happens after we die. A spirit could have assumed her form, but why? It helped you, as Justinia herself would have.
Yeah, okay. Maybe it doesn't matter. It was a spirit, nothing more. I don't know. I have a feeling that this is going to be a bit, you know, religious, chantry heavy. Maybe it doesn't matter. I think I'll either go with that one or this one. It is a special option. So rather than just you know, saying it was a spirit, get your head out of the clouds, Cassandra sort of thing, or no, I totally believe it was her, which I don't think she would. Not at all. Maybe I should just go with that. I'll go with this and hope that it isn't religious. And if it is, then we'll just say that she knows Cassandra enough now to know what words to say to put her at ease. Yeah.
Perhaps it doesn't matter what she really was then.
It matters to me, to what I must write. I must interpret what I saw, yet I am no priest, no philosopher. I am a warrior.
Right, okay. Well, I don't know either.
I don't know the truth any more than you do.
Sadly, unanswered questions make for poor reading.
Not really.
When I realized we were physically in the Fade, I was terrified, almost beyond reason. The last time such a thing happened, we created Darkspawn. We created Corypheus. The world needs to know the truth this time. No more legends lost to the ages.
Right. Absolutely. Well, you get it, Cassandra. You write that book. Or report, or whatever it is that she's writing. More like a report, an after-action field report sort of thing. Okay, so we've spoken to you. I need to get up and speak to Sarah. Hopefully...
Drills upon drills. Familiarity.
Commander Helene, you're out here. Why are you out here?
We'll continue your training in your off hours.
Okay, just randomly assigned a different spot. Good for you. Okay, I need to speak to Sarah and Cole. Ah, Sutherland. Can we even speak more to you or not?
Inquisitor.
No. No, we still have another quest for you to do, don't we? Okay. Never mind.
It's just what I heard.
Ah, Sarah, let's get into this.
Heard what went on in that Fade thing? What you think went on? Can't even start to believe that business.
A difficult time for everyone. Seeing is believing, or all I know is we lost people. We did lose people. It was a difficult time, though.
I think a lot of people are having trouble with what went on there.
People going on about visions and piss when real people are gone. Dead, probably. Stroud, yeah? Lost a serious moustache there. Also, you could tell the wardens to piss off. And they're always weird. Usually, bad stuff happens first, so you're glad when the hero shows up. But wardens are the wrong way round. They're the good thing that means a bad thing is about to happen. Like in Denerim, when the Blight ended.
Ah, what do you remember? That's called planning ahead. Doesn't matter, they're gone. What do you remember?
A lot happened in Denerim. What did you see?
People talked a lot about this one warden. There was a big fight and they died, or, I don't know, maybe they didn't.
The hero of Ferelden. You forget the hero of Ferelden.
That was ages ago. 10 years. I was playing with small painted boxes and burying stuff I stole. I remember more people cringing about magic than Blight. Wardens were an excuse for your stuff to go missing. Blackwall's nice, though. Different from the adamant ones. Need more like him.
Yeah, okay. Ooh, we were very abruptly shut out of the conversation there. Very abrupt. But at least she's still here. At least she's still here.
I suppose you're right.
Okay, small painted boxes. The little painted box that you get from First Enchanter Irving's office for the Red Jennies. For the friends of Red Jenny, anyway. Absolutely. And Cole.
No. But you like demons! I enjoy the company of spirits, yes, which is part of why I do not abuse them with bindings.
It isn't abuse, if I ask.
Not always true. Also, I do not practice blood magic, which renders this entire conversation academic.
Just
he
creeping
won't
on
bind me. He's a mage and he likes demons, but he won't help.
What's wrong? Seriously? Or no? What's going on here?
Why would you want Solus to bind you?
So I'm safe. If Solus won't do the ritual to bind me, someone else could. Will. Like the Warden Mages. And then... I'm not me anymore. Walls around what I want. Blocking, bleeding, making me a monster.
Oh, Cole. That's not going to happen. Oh, that's true for everyone, Cole.
A mage using blood magic could conceivably do that to any one of us, human or demon.
You should ask Solus to bind you too. And then someone can bind him.
No. We'll protect you. We'll figure something out, or you may need to leave. We're going to protect you, Cole.
We'll find a way to keep you safe without binding you, Cole.
I have a suggestion, if Cole is ready to listen. I recall stories of amulets used by Raveni seers to protect spirits they summoned from rival mages. A spirit, wearing an amulet of the Unbound, was immune to blood magic and binding. It should protect Cole as well. The resources of the Inquisition could be used to find such a talisman.
Good. They will not take me.
Okay. Obtain amulet for coal operation available. Alright. Send scouts to investigate possible amulet locations. Well, I will. I will, Cole. Ah. I have someone else. Meriden. Okay.
May God be with you.
Can I speak to you?
There is an issue that you should address. I think it's worth your time, Inquisitor.
Okay. Well, thank you. I guess there's something else. I guess she's just given us a quest. Is that Skyhold? No, that's Judgment. Okay. Inner Circle? Nope. Okay. Well.
Of course.
Apparently there's a rumor. Okay, and those are the trainers. Both of the trainers that are they still have their exclamation marks even though they're not here. Alright, we've spoken to Cole and Cullen, Liliana, Dorian, Seylis, Varric, Vivienne. I need to speak to Morrigan and Josephine. Yep, spoken to them. And we got something in our special shipments. Okay. Well then, let's see what Harding has to say.
Hey.
Hey, what's new?
What's been going on?
That strange boy came in with an armful of chickens. You're looking after him, right?
An armful of chickens. Okay, but nothing about Adamant.
Take care.
Okay. Minerve is down here.
I hear they're gone. The whole order.
Thank the Maker. Nothing but trouble.
I still think they could have helped. Corypheus is definitely blighted.
Right. Always the expert.
I mean, he is definitely blighted. He is definitely blighted. You're not wrong, my friend. But they couldn't help because they're blighted. And he is.
Your worship.
Alright. You know what? Let's sit in judgment. No. 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 We'll speak to Josephine and Morrigan first, and then we'll sit in judgment.
He said your
We've an
request
interesting
was,
development,
an insult to
A
his rich
petition from
Kunari
citizens
heritage
of
ambassador.
They wish to know what Andraste said to you in the Fade.
They think she spoke to me.
Even Liliana can't trace the rumor's origin. It may be expedient to respond to those asking for Andraste's words.
Say Andraste loves us all. Tell them it wasn't Andraste. Tell them I do speak for her. But I never saw Andraste. Or tell them nothing. Yeah, I didn't see Andraste.
It's not Andraste who saved me.
Few people outside Skyhold know it was Divine Justinia who delivered you from the Fade. You could attempt to tell Varroyo's citizens the truth, though it may not be as inspiring as they hope.
I'm not the Herald of Andraste. I'm sorry. I think it's really rather silly. Really silly. To let them go on thinking it. I'd say either tell them nothing or tell them it wasn't Andraste. Rumours will go out of control if we tell them nothing, I assume. And telling them it wasn't Andraste... would probably just hurt the Inquisition, wouldn't it? Tell them nothing.
The Inquisition won't answer their petition. That's all.
They will be disappointed, but rumor will eventually fill in words for us. Let us hope they stay within reason.
Right, I don't care. It's fine. It's fine. I don't want to harm the Inquisition by telling them the truth, but I also don't want to lie to them, so yeah. Just saying nothing is best. It's a best middle ground. I would prefer I prefer them all to know that I'm not the Herald of Andraste, but that would be that would be actively harming everything.
I hear the Grey Wardens are now banished from southern lands. Such a descent into infamy after their victory in the Fifth Blight. I wonder if they wish now that the war had spread further. They have until the next Archdemon's rise to repair what damage they have done, if they are even able. One thing which makes me curious, did you encounter the hero of Ferelden at Adamant Fortress?
You knew her?
Was the hero of Ferelden a friend of yours?
We traveled together during the time she fought the Blight. I would not say she was a friend. We parted on poor terms, though I wish it had not been so. Regardless, did you see her?
Hey, she was a friend. You didn't part on poor terms. You just didn't do the ritual. You were maximum friends. You were maximum friends. I'm sorry, it was very chaotic. Not that I know of. Yeah, not that I know of.
I meant no one by that title.
When the champion of Kirkwall mentioned a Grey Warden ally, I assumed it would be she. It was, after all, just the sort of thing in which she would involve herself. But that rather begs the question, if the hero of Ferelden was not at Adamant, where is she? My suggestion? Track her down. She could be a great aid against Corypheus, or a terrible foe to the Inquisition.
Yeah, I suppose she could. What are you working on?
What work have you been doing to help us?
Currently, my efforts are focused on determining what Corypheus is, and from where his power comes. The elven orb he carries is what draws my attention. I wonder if the power he used to tear open the Fade, in fact, came from the orb. Perhaps it is even the source of your anchor. If I learn of its origin, I may also learn what Corypheus now intends, as well as his weaknesses.
Indeed. Okay. Would you fight alongside me?
I could use your company for my excursions outside Skyhold.
I have spent my share of time wandering the wilderness in the company of others, Inquisitor. Thank you for the invitation, but for now I will restrict my efforts to researching the arcane.
Right. And his dragon? Know anything about that?
Do you know anything about his dragon?
It has the appearance of an archdemon. Of that, I am certain. A true archdemon, however, is supposedly the corrupted form of an old god. Has Corypheus actually dug up one of the ancient prisons? If so, why has a new blight not begun? His dragon is something else, something connected to his blighted nature as well as his magic. Beyond that, I cannot say.
Okay, so could he actually become a god?
Is it even possible that Corypheus could succeed?
The Black City exists. Wherever one goes in the Fade, it is visible in the sky. The last time Corypheus and his cohort stormed its doors, they unleashed the Blight upon the world. This time, perhaps he might indeed gain untold power, becoming something unto a god. It is also possible he could unleash something far worse than the Blights. So yes, Corypheus could succeed in his goal. If not, his attempt alone could destroy the world.
Right, and he thinks I'm a rival.
Corypheus says I'm a rival. Does that mean...
Could you become a god? That depends. Are you prepared to use your anchor to enter the Black City?
No.
No, never.
Tell Corypheus that, and see if he believes you.
I appreciate your efforts. We have little information, or I need more from you. We have very little information.
We know so little about Corypheus.
Continue prodding at Corypheus, Inquisitor. Elicit a reaction, and we may yet learn from it.
Okay. Goodbye.
I'll leave you to the garden.
As you like.
Okay, contact Hero Ferelden operation available. Sweet. Okay. And Mother Giselle, I don't suppose you have anything to say about Adamant?
The soldiers say you banished the demons at Adamant and freed the Grey Warden mages. I understand from Sister Liliana that the truth is somewhat more complex, but no less extraordinary. She said that you spoke with a figure in the Fade that seemed to be the soul of divine Justinia. I suspect many of the faithful would like to know what Justinia told you.
Nothing. It wasn't her. I can't say, or I learned the truth. Yeah, I learned the truth.
She helped me remember what happened at the Conclave. The Maker didn't give me the mark on my hand. I was struck in battle. And Andraste didn't send me. The figure everyone saw was Divine Justinia.
So it is as you have always maintained. You must feel quite vindicated.
It doesn't matter. This makes it easier. Quite the reverse, in fact. Oh, the entire idea was foolish. Yep, it was a foolish idea.
Too many people look to the Maker to solve their problems. It's never that easy.
You do a disservice to their faith, Inquisitor. Those who looked to the Maker never asked for a literal hand to stretch out of the Fade to protect them. They wanted a sign that in this harsh and unforgiving world, there existed some reason to hope. And they found that in you.
That's changing definitions. They wouldn't see it that way, or it's a lie. Yeah, it's a lie.
Dress it up as fancy as you like. We're still lying to these people.
This is the trouble with metaphors and the educated. A farmer cannot understand the truth of the Maker, so he learns that the Maker is a man, but greater. A mage learns the same thing, knows it to be simplistic, and feels clever for realizing it is not literally true. But a metaphor is not a lie. It is a tool to help people understand something beyond them, and we need such a tool.
I suppose you're right. But who hears what? I disagree. Oh, but I'm not human. Yeah, I'm not human.
That's well and good for humans and the Maker. But I'm Dalish, remember?
And your people have your own mysteries. Perhaps your elven gods are aspects of what we call the Maker. Perhaps they are but myths, meant to instruct your people in how to live a better life. I must believe there is something beyond the metaphors that divide and confuse. Something that watches and cares. And I will continue to pray to whatever that is, as best I can.
Sure, you do that. How are the people?
Can you tell me how our people are doing?
What would you like to know?
The people at Skyhold.
How are our forces at Skyhold doing?
We have many injured. The siege of Adamant was brutal for all involved. Even so, more flock to your banner. They have heard that the Inquisition defeated the legendary Grey Wardens. Your soldiers have been blooded, Inquisitor. They are veterans now, an army in more than just name.
And the people elsewhere?
Do you have information on people elsewhere?
You have done much for the refugees in the hinterlands. Many who would have starved or frozen owe you their lives. With the rift near Crestwood sealed, the villagers have begun rebuilding their homes and lives. The people in the hills of Emprise de Lyon are safe again, thanks to you. They may even plant crops this season. More than that I cannot say. It is a chaotic time for all in Olay and Ferelden.
Right.
Farewell.
Until next time.
Well, that's all we needed. Okay. And yes, I'm happy with that. Destroying their faith. But it's just the people here. So I don't feel too bad. Okay. Do we have anything good? Yes, have an Amrita vein. We do need some of that now, don't we? And we definitely need Blood Lotus. So much Blood Lotus. Okay. For the rest... you know what? Let's get rid of that. Amrita vein. Yeah. Alright then. We'll do the judgment and then go to the war table.
Adamant's influence continues, your worship. I submit Lord Livius Erimond of Virantium, who remains loyal to Corypheus. We found him alive, offering extreme resistance, likely because the Order will ask for his head. In more colorful terms. To say nothing of justice you might personally require for what was suffered in the Fade.
A grim and serious matter. I have to figure this out. Oh, well, this'll be quick. It's very grim and serious.
Many places felt the pain of adamant. You will answer for a great deal.
I recognize none of this proceeding. You have no authority to judge me.
On the contrary, many officials have communicated that they will defer to the Inquisitor on this matter.
Because they fear. Not just Corypheus, but Tevinter, rightful ruler of every piece of ground you trod in your pathetic life. I serve the living God. Bring down your blades and free me from the physical. Glory awaits me.
A mage's punishment, tranquil. Jail him and lose the key, he dies by my sword. Jail him and lose the key, I refuse to make anyone tranquil. And I'm not going to give him what he wants, so yeah, we're just going to jail him.
Since death is a validation for you, I will delay it. Lord Livius Erimond of Virantium, you'll spend the rest of your days in the deepest, darkest hole we can find.
We shall see which of us outlives our legacy, Inquisitor.
Okay. Not quite as satisfying as killing him, but still. And Cole disapproved. Oh dear. Well, it would be quite personal, wouldn't it? Personal for Cole. To be stuck in a deep, dark dungeon with the key thrown away. That just makes me feel bad. Do I have another... I have another judgment, actually, don't I? Well, let's get into that then. Why not?
Another of the lingering pains of adamant, your worship. Sir Ruth is a senior warden of the Order.
Ah.
She was one of the many who slit the throat of another to bind a demon. She does not contest this. In fact, she surrendered to us. She requests no mercy. She wants the public justice of the headman's axe.
Not a request made lightly. Oh, I'm confused. You want to die? That'll make this easy. Yeah, you want to die.
You were free to rejoin your comrades, and yet you present yourself here.
There is no excuse for my actions. I murdered another of the Order. That blood marks me more than the Blight ever could.
Accepting their actions while thralls of Corypheus, many treaties allow wardens any extreme if it opposes the Blight.
I can't do it. I can't use the greater good to justify my crimes, as if it would create a future I could be a part of. It is wrong that this broke me. I've done worse with full sanction. I can do nothing except be an example of the cost.
Alright, okay. Go to the deep roads. Public humiliation then. Exile like the other wardens, or jailer and throw away the key. I kind of want to send her to the deep roads. That's the warden's death. Yeah. Give her a warden's death.
You feel your life is over? There's a place for such wardens. Sir Ruth, you'll go to the deep roads. Your death may be as quick as you choose.
This sends no message. This is just... an end.
Yeah. The death of good Sir Ruth operation available. Okay. I think we're already doing enough to the wardens. Apparently the Inquisition is going to capitalize on their infamy. So we don't really need Sir Ruth's death to send any kind of message. Not really. That would be laying it on a little too thick, I think. Alright, war table. see what we've got here.
It's time to plan our next attack. What's the state of the Inquisition?
Ambassador Briala has not forgotten her debt. You may count on aid from Orlais.
And your actions at Adamant denied Corypheus his army of pet demons. With Orlais' support, our numbers match his. Corypheus's followers must be panicking.
My agents agree. Our victories have shaken his disciples.
Well, let's hope for deserters. I'm sure they are, or they'll be easier targets. Yeah, they'll be easier targets.
That's what we want. Demoralized soldiers fall first. Where is Corypheus now?
After Adamant, Corypheus uprooted his major strongholds and sent them marching south to the Arbor Wilds. His army clearly wasn't prepared to flee. Our victories have them on the defensive.
Sweet, okay. We'll keep them there then. They'll be hard to miss, or it's time to finish them off. Yeah, let's keep them there.
They've terrorized Thedas long enough. We end them now. If Corypheus is hiding in the Arbor Wilds, that's where we'll go.
But what is Corypheus doing in such a remote area?
His people have been ransacking Elvhen ruins since Haven. We believe he seeks more. What he hopes to find, however, continues to elude us.
Which should surprise no one. Fortunately, I can assist.
You're intruding. It can't hurt. Oh, please continue. Yeah, can't hurt, I suppose.
I'll ignore that you wandered in without knocking. You have my attention.
What Corypheus seeks in those forgotten woods is as ancient as it is dangerous.
Which is?
'Tis best if I show you.
Right. Just ending the War Council meeting. Okay.
This is an Illuvian, an elven artifact from a time long before their empire was lost to human greed. I restored this one at great cost, but another lies within the Arbor Wilds. That is what Corypheus seeks.
An elven artifact? It's beautiful. How did you do this? Oh, you brought this here. This is where she asks something that she should already know, isn't it? But it is a special thing, so I'm hoping that it won't be silly. So just ask it.
This belonged to my people.
I found legends of an elven temple within the Arbor Wilds. Untouched. It proved too dangerous to approach, and thus I turned elsewhere to find my prize. If Corypheus has turned southward, he could succeed where I failed. The Illuvian would be his.
What does it do?
A more appropriate question would be, where does it lead?
Right. Absolutely, you're going after her. Very misty. Oh, I got there before you, Morrigan.
If this place once had a name, it has long been lost. I call it the Crossroads, a place where all Illuvians join, wherever they might be.
Are we in danger? This could be useful, or it's incredible. It's incredible, yeah.
This place is extraordinary. How could this even exist?
Who can say? Formed from the fabric of time and space, perhaps. The ancient elves left no roads, only ruins hidden in far-flung corners. This is how they traveled between them. As you can see, most of the mirrors are dark, broken, corrupted, or unusable. As for the rest, a few can be opened from this side. but only a few.
Right, okay. How did you even find this?
How did you find out about this place?
My travels have led me to many strange destinations, Inquisitor. Once, they led me here. It offered sanctuary.
Sanctuary?
Not all the mirrors lead back to our world. The ancients were nothing if not resourceful.
What does that even mean?
If they don't lead back to our world, then...
Places between, like this one. I can describe it no better. For a time, I was safe from those who hunted me, but only for a time. One cannot remain in between forever.
Opened from this side.
What do you mean, a few can be opened from this side?
Some of the Elvhenians have been left unlocked, like doors accidentally left ajar. All others are closed. They can be opened only from beyond.
Opened how?
With a key.
And you have a key.
I suppose you have such a key.
The key can be many things. Each Elvhen is different. I have knowledge as well as power. Often that is enough.
Right. And this is what Corypheus wants?
Corypheus wants to come here?
This is not the Fade, but it is very close. Someone with enough power could tear down the ancient barriers.
And enter the Fade in the flesh, like Corypheus wanted to do with the Anchor.
He learned of the Elvhen in the Arbor Wilds as I did. He marshals the last of his forces to reach it.
Oh dear.
You have made Corypheus desperate, Inquisitor. We must work together to stop him, and soon.
Right. Hey, okay. And yeah, that is lovely. That is lovely. Unfortunately, we can't activate that whenever we want. We would have to wait for Morrigan to open it for us. That's sad. That's sad. A piece of your people's history and you have to wait for Morrigan to open it for you. Ugh. It's just not on. Morrigan.
I imagine your forces will be heading into the Arbor Wilds very soon, Inquisitor. Trust
maybe.
me when I say that wherever the Elvhen is hidden, it is worth any effort to prevent Corypheus from acquiring it.
Okay, so you know about Elven law.
You seem to know a great deal about Elven law.
The Dalish are not the only ones interested in the distant past, Inquisitor. Indeed, my skills allow me access to places the Dalish dare not even dream of. The ancient elves hold secrets they have not yet given up. Secrets about the foundation of Thedas itself. Thus, they are my focus. Corypheus clearly feels the same.
Right. Well, goodbye.
I'll leave you to the garden.
As you like.
And yeah, I suppose most Dalish wouldn't even try. There are some things that they would be too superstitious, or too odd, too, I don't know, God-fearing, I guess, to get close
Inquisitor.
to. Ah, okay, Varric. What have you got for me?
I appreciate the warning, but you shouldn't have come yourself. What if the guild found out, or what's his name?
Are you worrying for me or for yourself?
A little of column A, a little of column B. I am the expendable one, after all.
Oh, don't worry, I'll protect you. We'll just have to... Well, this is a surprise. You're the Inquisitor, right? Bianca Davry, at your service.
Right, okay. Bianca, like the crossbow?
Your name is Bianca?
It's a common name. Half the girls in the Merchants Guild are named Bianca. The other half are named Helga. I lucked out.
And you're a friend of Varric.
I take it you're a friend of Varric's.
Who isn't a friend of Varric's? You have met him before, right?
Certainly have. It's a pleasure. Oh, you two look nervous. What's going on here? You two look kind of nervous.
Why do you both look like cats that got into the cream?
She's taken a huge risk coming here herself. Maybe for both of us.
You're such a worrier. There's a giant hole in the sky. I think the Merchants Guild has bigger things to think about.
Bianca's got a lead on where Corypheus got his red lyrium.
The site of Bartran's Folly, the tag Varric found, has been leaked. There's a Deep Roads entrance crawling with strange humans carting out red lyrium by the handful.
Okay. Is that their only way in?
How do we know they're not using multiple entrances to get to the Tig?
Navigating the Deep Roads isn't like the surface. There's no accurate maps of the whole system, and there are cave-ins, darkspawn, lava floods. If you find a route that gets where you're going, you don't deviate. Trying to find another way could be deadly.
Right. And who leaked to this location?
Who could have given away the Tig's location?
There were a few people who knew. Hirelings from the expedition, a couple of close friends.
How they found out isn't important. What matters is we know where they are now.
Right. And Bianca knows where it is?
If it's such a secret, how do you know about it, Bianca?
I told her. Right after the expedition, I wrote and told Bianca what we found. I had artifacts that needed buyers, and she had more contacts that would pay for them. Plus, I owed her.
Okay, but wasn't this Tig in Kirkwall?
You can get there from Orlais. It's a long way to the Free Marches.
The deep roads are all connected. Or they used to be. Collapses and such, some of them on purpose.
They really are roads. They spanned the Dwarven Empire, went to every corner of the continent, maybe further. In theory, you can get to any Tig using the deep roads, but in practice, there's a reason nobody uses them anymore.
Okay, well, we have other priorities. Oh, we should shut this down. Yeah, no, we should definitely shut this down. Red lyrium being actually mined and carted around. We've been doing nothing but shut that down, so why would we ignore this? Yeah.
We need to deal with this. As long as he has this source, Corypheus is that much more powerful.
I couldn't agree more.
I'll keep an eye on their operation. If you're interested in shutting it down, you've got my help. Try not to leave me waiting too long, Varric. I've got my own work to do, you know.
Right. That's not going to be trouble at all. Let me know when you want to head to the entrance.
Oh yeah, that's going to be a lot of trouble, Varric. A lot of trouble. Well, shit. Enter Valimar. Oh, Varric. Okay. War table. I actually want to get there now. Need to send my people out. Do some stuff for me. Okay. Alright, so, all there. What have we got here? Ah, right here. Capitalize on alliance with Fairbanks. Fairbanks continues to impress. He's settled in a modest but well-appointed house close to the Dales and dedicated at least half of his grandfather's treasury to helping people rebuild their lives after the war. Cullen. Okay, rewards received, nothing. Okay. Alliances, getting things moving. I will not turn my back on them, but we have established agreements with the Thibalts. Their initial hatred of the Inquisition was a device, and they are willing to have us in their favour. Josephine. Fantastic. So, we've got Forging a Way Forwards, and a Sigil of the Gamorrean Stormrider. Sweet. Dance with the Dowager. Let's see how that went. To whom it concerns, we, the Council of Heralds, declare the Elvhen Basin the holdings of the Inquisition, and all revenues and oaths from these lands should be tendered thus as to a titled lord until such a time as the Inquisition is dissolved or the holdings lawfully granted elsewhere. Signed, a lot of people. Laurent de Ghislaine, awesome. Okay, 160 gold. Sweet. Okay, oh, what was that? Bestow Morning Halla. Let's see this. Inquisitor, in light of the information you gave us regarding the truth of the events at Red Crossing...
Our soldiers handled themselves well in Adamant.
We've come a long way since Haven. I fear there's still a ways to go, but we're prepared.
Indeed. We would like to offer a sign of mourning to the village. Since both sides played a part in this tragedy, honouring the village with one of our Hala seems appropriate. If it could be kept there, it might remind both sides of the fragile beauty of things that journey to places where they are strangers. I understand that the villagers of Red Crossing do not trust the Dalish, given our history. If you could convince them to accept this tribute in good faith, it would be greatly appreciated. Keep a Howen. Okay, Liliana. With the right rumours, the villagers at Red Crossing will think they are being granted custody of a captured trophy to honour their victory over the Dalish. Liliana! Never. Honestly. Cullen, if it's this important, we can march the blasted Hala in with some troops to guard it. Cullen, it is important. It is. And Josephine, I can twist the noble who controls Red Crossing into accepting this, but it will end 2 marriages and lead to at least 1 duel. Okay. Josephine or Cullen then, isn't it? I think we should let Josephine handle this. Really. As much as I like the thought of it being marched in and guarded, honestly. I'm not sure what kind of message that would send. We don't really want we don't really want the poor Hala being marched in under guard and making it seem like it's a prisoner, which is the same as Liliana's, isn't it? So Josephine can do this.
At your service.
I don't care about anyone's marriages or duels or something, so long as the Hala gets there and it's the right message. Okay. We don't need those. We've completed most of these. What Pride had wrought? No, we don't need to do that just yet. Press or Legion Nobles. It's probably going to be something for Josephine, isn't it? But let's have a look. Inquisitor, thanks to the efforts of the Bull's chargers, our Legion nobility is most receptive to our efforts. Now would be an ideal time to press them for more support. Ambassador Montilier. Okay, the right word whispered at the right time is more effective than an afternoon of pleasantries. Or, I know which nobles are willing to help us and how far they can be pushed. Yeah, I think Josephine should take that, so let's just ignore that one. Unmask those across the sea. Let's have a look at that. I had our people remove the downward pointing triangular symbols from our outposts. They have not made a reappearance, which means little. It's clear someone has an interest in the Inquisition. Someone organised with ties to those across the sea. We've eliminated the Kunari as the most obvious suspects. Nonetheless, knowing who they are, who they're not, does not tell us who they are, what they're doing, or why. They're clever, we know that, and they have resources, but so do we. And they should learn that they are not to toy with the Inquisition. Liliana. Okay, if our investigations have any hope of succeeding, we'll have to strike hard and fast, before they even know we're looking. A coordinated effort, hitting all the leads we have at once. Ooh. Josephine does not participate. Oh, Cullen, this is pointless. I won't commit our forces to hunting a shadowy cabal obsessed with little chalk drawings. I say we forget this and focus on Corypheus. Liliana, you can take this.
Let's see what we have.
Absolutely. Maybe we should ignore it, but I don't want to, so. Don't wanna. Can't make me. The name of our enemy. According to Dorian, it might be possible to discover who Corypheus once was. Knowing he was human could make him less attractive to Tevinter zealots who think of him as a god. Acquiring this information, however, is more difficult than one might suppose. Such ancient information could be found in the Magisterium's library in Minrathous, but the Grand Archivist has so far replied to our messages with polite misdirection. Dorian says he is the king of this particular castle and knows it. He might be blocking our efforts out of allegiance to Corypheus or simply because he can. Okay, Liliana, go around him. I can send an agent to infiltrate the archive and find what we need. Josephine, bribe the man with gifts and favours. This is normal for Tevinter and what he expects. Or, men like this respond to one thing, threats. He knows who you are and doesn't want to be your enemy. I think that would be a mistake. I think that's yet another thing that Josephine should probably do, if that's normal for Tevinter. Okay. Okay. Destroy adamant. Let's have a look at this. Inquisitor, per my earlier recommendation, I'd like permission to send some of the charges to Adamant Fortress. The Inquisition already destroyed most of it. My troops can tear down enough of the rest that it doesn't turn into a stronghold for demons or Venatori or whatever else is out here causing us trouble. Lieutenant Comesius Aclassi. Okay, Liliana does not participate. Josephine, many Arlesian nobles would love the reputation of having aided in the destruction of Adamant Fortress. Or, it took all our forces to break Adamant. I'd happily spare some men to ensure the safety of the charges. Damn, again, something that I think Josephine should take, but... No. Cullen can do this.
To work?
Yeah. Otherwise I'm not going to find anything for him. Just not going to find anything for him. Which might actually be something I'm going to have to contend with. I might just need to send him gathering things while I send Josephine and Liliana on every other quest. There's just not enough for Cullen to do. Alright. And that's it. Oh, and Morrigan is here. Okay, alliances, forging a way forward operation available. Well, we'll get there. Not right now, though. Okay, I will leave it here, and next episode, I'd like to tie up a few more loose ends, get some more war table operations going, and maybe check out the Oasis, which we still haven't been to yet, or maybe even one of the DLCs. I have been putting them off, but it might be time. So, I hope you've enjoyed this. If you did, hit the like button and subscribe. I upload 5 videos a week, so hit the bell for notifications. Thank you for watching, and I'll see you in the next one.